at my Google alerts. Let me tell you what the latest one is, okay? This report's coming out of the Sydney Morning Herald. You ready for this one? Oh, geez. Here's another story that needs to go up. Ashley, actually come forward here, if you don't mind. I need to share this with you. You ready? Ashley, are you on the front line? Listen to this one. This one needs to go out ASAP to everybody. I'm going to read the title of the article. The title of the article is a Russian analyst is now urging a nuclear attack on Yellowstone National Park and the San Andreas fault line. Okay? And this is Sydney Morning Herald. I'll put it up on the screen. I'm not making this up. Okay? Russian geopolitical analyst says the best way to attack the United States is to detonate a nuclear weapon to trigger a supervolcano at the Yellowstone National Park or along the San Andreas fault line on California's coast. President of the Academy of Geopolitical Problems based in Moscow, Konstantin Sivkov, said in an article for a Russian trade newspaper on Wednesday, VPK News, that Russia needed to increase its military weapons and strategies against the West, which was moving to the borders or Russia. He has a conspiracy theory that NATO, a political and military alliance which counts the US, UK, Canada, and many other countries in Western Europe as members, was amassing strength against Russia, and the only way to combat that problem was to attack America's vulnerabilities to ensure a complete destruction of the enemy. And that would be us as the enemy. Geologists believe that the Yellowstone supervolcano could explode at any moment. There are signs of the growing activity there. Therefore, it suffices to push the relatively small, for example, the impact of the munition megaton class to initiate an eruption. The consequences will be catastrophic for the United States. A country just disappears, he said. Another vulnerable area of the United States from the geophysical point of view is the San Andreas Fault, 1,300 kilometers between the Pacific and North American plates. A detonation of a nuclear weapon there can trigger a catastrophic event like a coast-scale tsunami, which can completely destroy the infrastructure of the United States. He said the Russian geography, on the other hand, would protect it from a tsunami or a volcano attack. Few people live on the coast in Russia and Siberia, which rests on basalt. It would withstand similar attacks. Mr. Sivkov, who spoke at the 2013 Moscow Economic Forum, said that by 2020 to 2025, Russia would have amassed asymmetric weapons in its arsenal. The situation for us today is comparably worse than half a century ago, he said. The weakened economic potential in Russia, the loss of the spiritual core of what was the communist idea, and the lack of large-scale community allies in Europe, such as the Warsaw Pact, Russia simply cannot compete against the NATO and its allies. So in December of last year, the vocal military strategist told Russian newspaper Pravda.ru that there is a developing standoff between Russia and the West, and the U.S.'s ultimate goal was to destroy Russia. Mr. Sivkov accused American politicians of committing several crimes, including causing the deaths of 1.2 million people in Iraq. He believed the only way for the American elite to be held accountable was for its military forces to be destroyed. American politicians have committed a variety of crimes. Will anyone be held accountable for those crimes? What about the international law, the UN, and other organizations? Are they doing anything, he asked? Mr. Sivkov told Pravda that the idea of the U.S. preparing for a serious war against Russia using cruise missiles was plausible, given that it had already launched 1,000 missiles in Yugoslavia and Iraq. And again, I had to bring that report to you. That's an important one. I saw that come off the wire on Google Alerts. Russian analyst urging nuclear attack